this is Milagro, and this is a story of how she was extremely, extremely ill, but God healed her against all odds. So the story starts about, like, maybe, I don't know, it was like back in summer. She was born, and she was born outside. She had a sister and 2 brothers, and her mother had multiple litters of kittens before, but they hardly ever survived outside. Like, her mother only had 1 living kitten, I guess you could say, from the past. And so I begged my parents to let us take the kittens in, because I wanted them to actually survive, and I didn't want any more cats to die. So we brought them inside, and the first month or so, everything was good. The kittens were healthy and everything, but they started to get sick. And the other girl, not this one, but the other one, unfortunately died, and we were all upset. This girl kitten, Milagro, started to get very, 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 very ill, to the point where no one expected her to survive. And apparently, like, my parents found her, she had her paw on something, and she couldn't even take her paw off of it. She was so weak. And my mom put her in a box, expecting her to be dead when she got home. Just not expecting her to survive even till she got home from work that day. But when she got home, she was still alive, so we took her to the vet, and the vet did like a checkup with her and her brothers, and her brothers, they were kind of ill, but not nearly as bad as Milagro. So they suggested euthanasia because she had diarrhea. Her temperature was 10 degrees lower than it should be. She was severely malnourished, dehydrated, extremely weak, underweight, had like parasites, inflated intestines, an eye infection, and that it would be a miracle if she survived. So the vet suggested euthanasia, and we weren't allowed to actually go in with the kittens, so like the vet picked them up, did the checkup, and called my mom back and forth while we were in the car. And my mom was like saying, yeah, I think that's the route I want to take, meaning euthanasia. And I got so upset. I was like, absolutely not. And I was crying. I was like, no. I said, you're not God. You don't get to do that. And my mom's like, it's a kitten. And I don't remember what I said after that, but I do know that God created animals, and like the question is, well, who created the kitten in the first place? But anyway, I was very insistent that we try. So the vet sent us home with 3 types of medicine: an antibacterial, a dewormer, and eye ointment. And right away I started taking very extreme measures to help Milagro survive. I made sure to keep her warm. I, like with the heater and 2 hot water bottles, I was force feeding her milk replacer every couple hours. Tried to get her to eat canned cat food on her own, but she wasn't doing it, so I just stuck to force feeding. Giving her the medicine every day. She's gonna go. Sorry. But anyway, I was just doing everything to take care of her, and I was just crying and crying because I've seen lots of kittens before get that sick. I have not seen one survive. And so I was crying, and even the vet said it would be a miracle if she survived, because she was just so sick. But I remember I was outside that night, and I was like praying, God, if there's anything you can do for this kitten, please do it. And so I went to sleep early that night. It was like 11, and usually I don't go to sleep until like after 2 a.m. So, like that never happens, that I just sleep hours early. Like, trust me, like, doesn't matter how tired I am, it will not happen. So that was an absolute miracle. And I was able to wake up at 3 a.m. and I went to check on my kitten. I force-fed her some more milk replacer because she was still alive, and even surviving a few hours at that point was a milestone. But I tried giving her canned cat food again, and she was eating it on her own, and I was like, wow. And I was texting my boyfriend. I think he left his phone on while he slept to see if I would update on the kitten, and he would get a notification. And I was saying, like, she's eating on her own, and he was very happy, and he said, it's just amazing how God can just work while we sleep, because I had been sleeping until then. And then, here's where the interesting part is. He found a quote that literally said, it's amazing that while we're sleeping, God is working. And I knew that since he found that quote right after, it was no coincidence, okay? It was definitely a sign. And so I was very happy that the kitten had made some improvements. She was still very, very ill, but she was eating on her own, still alive, and we had just gotten a sign from God that God was working. So over the next week, I continued to keep her warm and feed her both canned cat food and milk replacer multiple times a day, and giving her the medicine, and slowly her symptoms started to go away. Her diarrhea went away. She started to gain a little more energy, have a little more appetite, and she was warmer. And slowly, she healed more and more. And, okay, she's back. Her eye infection was decreasing even, which was the least of the worries, because kittens usually survive if all they have is an eye infection. And I was just so happy. And at about a week, she was mostly healed. She looks so much better. She gained so much more weight. And she was just so much healthier. And, like, it was definitely a miracle, because I've never seen a kitten like that survive. And we've had lots of cats and kittens, so let me tell you, they get sick like that. Unless God intervenes, like, they don't survive, unfortunately. And the vet called, and we said she was doing so much better. And the vet was shocked and happy, like, wow, like, she's still alive, because the vet suggested we euthanize her because her chances did not look good. And, my parents were shocked. Like, everybody was literally shocked that she literally pulled through. And now it's been 11 days, and she's almost completely healed, and it's an absolute miracle. That's why I named her Milagro. It means miracle in Spanish. And I think this is a testimony that God can do healing miracles. And a testimony to God's sovereignty, that He is in control, and it's God that controls life and death. I don't believe in euthanasia because I believe it doesn't give God a chance to really work through the situation, and I don't think it's our job to take a life, and that includes animal life, and life is precious, and like, you never know. If you have a really, really sick pet, they can't pull through if God intervenes, and it happened with me. I'm very happy. Everyone is literally shocked. And, yeah, I just wanted to share this. It's a testimony against euthanasia and a testimony to God's sovereignty. And I want everybody to hear this story. So let me show you this kitten one more time. This is Milagro. So, yeah, I really hope you enjoyed it. So, yeah, bye!